Also, that sucks. I mean, I didn't really like that guy, but I didn't want him to get, like, cut in half.
Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature. Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
Excuse me.
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
What could possibly make me not okay right now?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then.
I wasn't expecting to do another one of these right away.
It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
God. How's it hanging like that?
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set.
What? You're an eyeball. What are you talking about? It's a blackboard. There's nothing particularly suspicious about it. Window. Students' desks. Nothing. I guess we'll start with the most obvious. The corpse.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that...
It has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad, the joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it.
I like her.
I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts.
I like her a lot.
I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
I respect it. Thomas trivia. The reason the corpse is on the blackboard is because it doesn't have internal organs anymore. The open space inside the body has a lower pressure. Oh, it's like suctioned to it. That's crazy. Lower pressure on the outside. It's similar to how suction cups work. I mean, that is not what I was expecting. All the innards are missing from the right half of the body.
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th. Right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
So, like, yeah, right after we finished syncing with him.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here.
He left Abyss.
Well, satisfied?
About the Nile message Terror sent Shinpei.
I think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Shinpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police.
Yeah, something tells me he knew that we were there.
Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Shinpei.
What about the security cameras at Sekiba High?
I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking.
I do remember that. Is Terror the culprit?
That's my assumption.
It certainly
Can't
seems that
think of
way.
any other suspects.
Just who is this Terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow.
Yeah. With hair like that, there's no way she's just a background character. You kidding me?
Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible.
Not a cult, by the way.
In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk to her.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
Thank you, Toma. Could you phrase that differently, maybe? I appreciate the sentiment.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew you would come see me.
Hey, Mamoru, how's it going? How's my favorite guy? I kind of love him. he's actually great. About this room.
As you know, this is the president's office at the NICE Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away.
This world is imperfect. If only I could wash away the impurities and make it as beautiful as me.
That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it?
Yes. The flow of water cleanses one's heart, just like the flow of time.
Anything suspicious about Tokiko? Let's ask with her standing right here.
Not really. She's a kind woman. But I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something.
I agree, she is kind. Kinda nuts.
As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Yeah, I mean, think about how that worked out with your last employer, my guy.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties.
Yeah.
I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Gag.
Why the sunglasses?
These aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What a degenerate.
Again, him and Date. Bros. I'm telling you, these two are cut from the same cloth. It's Mamoru, Tokiko's secretary and bodyguard, an absolute pervert wearing a black bra on his face. That's incredible. Do you know someone named Shinpei Wagai?
No, I don't.
Then do you know about Terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes. This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but...
I have absolutely no idea who it could be. I'm
Okay.
sorry I can't help you, but...
About Chikara's murder.
I know of the incident, of course. However...
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of NICE. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
Are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said.
You're suspicious and stuff.
Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and Nyes are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps Nyes and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that Nyes and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades.
What do Nyes and the Order of Percent believe in?
We are living in a simulation, a false world.
I don't know why I asked that. We know. You said you
And
told
from
us.
this false world, we seek emancipation. That is what Nyes believes. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it. Forever.
Forever?
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go. An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I wonder what game they're referring to. I can't even imagine what series they could be referring to right now.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, because by that logic, like, it doesn't matter if it's a simulation. You can already do whatever you want. You just, consequences happen if you do fucked up shit. That happens whether it's a simulation or not.
To them, this place is a dream
What?
utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
What do you mean no real consequence? Jail exists. Simulation or not, jail exists.
That's why they want to live here forever?
What kind of fucking... What?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
Jin's right half didn't
I've
teleport.
solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense.
Tell her.
Just a ludicrous myth, like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
But damn, he's going hard.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of Nyes have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if Nyes is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon. What was written on the signboard. It all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join Nyes in it?
About Chikara's research on immortality.
I am aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality.
Yeah, it worked out very well for him.
However, I will say one thing.
It's probably a good thing he didn't reach it, considering he's that would make the whole being cut in half thing a lot more of a bummer. If you couldn't die, you know?
One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie.
No shit.
By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science.
It literally doesn't, though.
In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter.
It quite literally does not fall into the purview of science. I hate to break it to you,
The
lady.
theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago. even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof.
Listening to her, I feel like I'm listening to a fucking... I feel like I'm listening to a flat earther go on about the second law of thermodynamics and shit. They're like, no, it's totally supported. Don't you understand? You are a crazy lady, Tokiko. The holographic principle.
Even light cannot escape a black hole. I'm sure you've heard this before. Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole.
Right, because the speed
It's
of light
known
is...
that the
yeah.
amount of information trapped in this way is not derived from the volume of the black hole, but the surface area. Considering this, you can conclude that information in a three-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its two-dimensional surface.
Okay, sure.
In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane,
You lost me.
just like a hologram. Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example.
Okay.
When that character falls, you may think he was pulled to the ground by gravity.
Super Ramio.
However, gravity does not actually exist in the game world. Only code that was written in the program. The character's body is merely made to show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle. It has already been mathematically proven.
That's a nice watch?
I see. Then let us leave it at that.
In Kyoto, people say you have a nice watch as a way to say, can we stop talking already? I literally didn't know that. By making someone look at their watch, they'll see how much time they've spent to prompt them to ask them to wrap up the conversation. Tokiko doesn't have a watch. So she must have been really annoyed when she heard this. That's really funny. I did not know that. That's so funny. That's a nice watch. I'm going to use that. Oh my god, I'm going to use that. Holy shit. I'm a little bummed that I missed out on those other dialogue choices,
no
but...
denying that the simulation theory is true.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so great.
But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality.
That's a nice watch.
Because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
To tear at the seams. You're gonna tear at the seams of the world? Like, would that make you some kind of seam terror?
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason.
I just feel like it.
If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself. We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles. Like reincarnation.
Oh,
Or even...
there it is. Is it weird that she became ever so slightly more attractive just now? I really wish I hadn't said
Bringing
that.
someone
But like,
who has already passed
you know,
back
I
to
just
life.
there's something about Anyways, that's a nice watch. We're gonna get the fuck out of here.
Has this woman lost it?
Breaking shit. And,
Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
Yeah. Let's check with WingSync.
oh yeah, that's a thing. Sure. I love to do that fucking good stuff.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
Is it
What
Shinpei?
is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get through WingSync.
Then...
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind, using a regular sync.
Yo, 2 syncs in 1 stream? I'm down, let's go. Fuck you, Pewter. I'm gonna say that every time I see that guy.
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Pewter, don't you dare start, like lecturing me on morals and shit.
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
No, I meant from boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea.
Shut up, Pewter. You don't get to say things anymore.
Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please,
You're not allowed to have opinions anymore.
I need more leads to solve this case.
But you... Oh, fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal? Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then, let's begin.
Alright. I'm a little terrified as to what this Somnium is gonna be, considering how deranged this woman is. Okay, more statues. Looks pretty normal, actually. Like, just kind of
I
her
wonder
office.
if this is the Nye's president's room. It's really white, though.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for Nyes.
I'm sorry.
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay. N. Not that I know why.
A.
A. Angry. I. Incoming?
X.
Shingu River Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray.
The fuck?
The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Ryuki, are you okay, my guy?
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Okay, now I kind of wish I hadn't dismissed Pewter offhand. I think he might have been onto something. Ryuki, are you, you feeling okay, my guy?
Somnium scan, activate!
Dude, that hat. Hello. I can't get over the fucking hat. So the pond, the windows, the symbol. Just 3, huh? It seems like Tokiko was threatening someone. By peeking into her mind's abyss, you might discover something. Isaac lost his
This is such a
intentions.
quiet place. So empty and blank.
Maybe that's Tokiko's mental state. Pretty eccentric. Hopefully we can find something here.
Looks like we can only interact with that ripped up book.
Right. Let's investigate.
Okay.
A book of Nai's teachings. Why is it ripped in half?
Does it say anything?
Yeah, just one phrase. The intersection between the warp and weft. The rest is ripped off.
I remember Tokiko saying something like that.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. Right?
I wonder what she meant by that.
Who knows? Why don't you join Nai's to find out?
Nah,
Anyway, that's about all that we can get from this book.
I'm good on that. Also, I see glowing. Is there an eyeball behind the chair? All of blank into blank, and the blank are blank to blank. Okay. Oh yeah.
That's...
Gimme.
When did this get here? This wasn't here earlier.
Just gonna find little shards of their teachings.
What does it say?
That's where the seam can occur. Combining it with the book from earlier, the intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur.
That's exactly what Tokiko said. If it's coming out in her Somnium, it must hold some significance.
Oh,
That's just what we saw in the wing sink.
hello? What? What the fuck was that? Did... No, again? Was that again? Wasn't he? I mean, we haven't really seen him that much, but he seemed like a nice guy. No. That was, huh. What the hell is going on? What the hell was that? Saw the sea? I guess. All of blank into her writing. And blank are blank to blank.
I can't really make out what happened, though. I did see Gen, I think.
It was just really chaotic.
Maybe the key to solving this Somnium has to do with what we found in the Nice book.
The intersection between the warp and weft, that's where the seam can occur. That will help us? I don't know about that. I don't see how that will help us right now.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I don't think it's completely unrelated,
That's-
but...
The next suspicious
It just
thing is...
feels like word salad.
Do you see anything?
Not really. Seems a lot deeper. It was pretty shallow earlier.
Let's dive in.
What? Dive? Here?
That doesn't seem like a good idea.
Yeah. Where else would I be talking about?
But it's really deep. And Red, what if there's an angry Shingu River Ray in there?
Enough with the complaining. You don't even need to breathe. It'll be fine. Go for it.
Fine. Why do you always gain this weird confidence during syncs?